What's going on, guys? It's Eduardo from Cindy's Hot Shots. Today I'm going to show you guys how to break down 19 Gen 5. This is going to work for most Gen 5s. First thing we're going to do is drop the mag and clear it. It costs $0 to just take all your ammo away from your cleaning station. That way it, can't find its way into the gun somehow. So to start, we're going to take the slide off. It's a little tricky on the Glocks. There's two tabs on both sides. We're going to need to pull those down and pull this slide back like so. And then you will feel it kind of pop off the tracks a little bit. And then you can go ahead and compress your trigger. And then you can just slide that top half right off. Top half is going to be pretty easy. You can just pop out your recoil spring here and then slide out your barrel. Now this next part might be a little tricky to show you guys, but there's a little piece of plastic kind of poking out right here. So your firing pin sleeve, we're going to need to compress that like so to be able to get this back plate off. So you just want to compress that while sliding down on this back plate. And it should pop right out, just like that. Once that's off, you can go ahead and slide out your firing pin, and then go ahead and slide out your extractor plunger. Toss those guys aside. Next, you're going to want to go ahead and compress your firing pin safety, which is this guy right here. And then your extractor should just fall right out just like that. Same goes for putting it back in. You're going to want to compress that and slide that right in there. And then compress it again, and it will probably just fall right out. And then to get the this guy back out, you can go ahead and just tap it on your hand. Should be good there. And that's pretty much it for taking the slide down. Now you can spray your cleaners in here, clean all in here and whatnot. The only thing you do want to avoid is getting those harsh cleaners down into your firing pin channel. Just try not to get too much down in there. Right, now we can start with the lower, which I think is a little bit easier than the slide. Start out, you can pop out this first pin here. Sometimes you need a hammer, but that one came out pretty easy there. Next, we're going to go ahead and just pop out the locking block. You can use a punch or even a little flathead. Just lift up on there. It should lift up to where you can just pull it out. Then your slide release will come right out. Then we can toss those aside. Now we can go ahead and get this second pin here in the back of the gun. Go ahead and slide that guy out as well. You can see it's this rear one. Now the whole trigger pack should just pop out, just like so. For just basic cleaning, you can pop your trigger bar off here. Try to get a good look in there, but it'll just pop right out like so. That way you can get your cleaners in there and whatnot. Now you can get down in your frame here with your cleaners, make sure you scrub that out, get all that carbon out of there. Now we can start throwing everything together here. First we can connect this trigger bar back. Right there, you'll just want to get that front end piece kind of in that hook, and then should just pop right in there. And you're good to go as far as that. Now you can just go ahead and pop it right back into the frame here. I like to start with the trigger first like that, and then this guy will just pop right in there. Start, we'll throw that rear pin back in there. That'll hold the trigger pack in the rear in place so that's not falling out. I like to make sure it's flush. Now you can go ahead and drop your slide release back in there like so. And just kind of fall right into place and line it up with the grooves here. You can take your locking block and go ahead and slide that in over it. Just like so. This slides right in. And then we could put that front pin right back in there. Sometimes you'll need a punch to kind of line up all the pieces and parts in there, and then that pin will slide right through. And again, just like the rear, I like to make sure it's flush. A little bit of OCD, and you'll hear an audible click as well once it's locked in there, so you know it's in. Now we can throw our slide back together here. First, we're going to throw in the firing pin safety, which, if you can see there, how it kind of looks like a F shape almost. That side's going to be going towards the outside of the slide. So now we're going to take our firing pin safety here, kind of pops out over here on this side extends a little bit. That's the side you want to go towards the outside of the slide. And you can just drop it right back in there. It should just pop right into place. Then you can go ahead and take your extractor and slide that right back in. Take your extractor and slide that right in there. Just like so. All right, next we can go ahead and take our firing pin, just drop that back into the slide here. And then we can take our firing pin plunger, metal side in first. There's a plastic end here and then the metal end. Metal end's going to go in there first. Now for putting the back plate back in, I like to slide it and hold it with my thumb as far as it'll go. Then you can take something like a flathead and compress that firing pin in. Now that that's under tension, we can go ahead and do the the extractor plunger. Go ahead and slide that, and you'll hear an audible click once you know that's in. And the last step is you're going to go ahead and slide your barrel right in there. Then you can throw your recoil spring back in here. It just pops right into place. And you just want to line up these grooves here right on your rail, the tracks here, and then slide it right back on. All right, guys, I appreciate you all watching. If there's anything I missed, feel free to tear me up in the comments. I'm sure you guys will. And if you have any questions, please reach out to us on our Instagram, YouTube, in the comments, or feel free to call the store and ask for Will. All right, guys, take it easy.